you ever found yourself wondering, is she into me or just being nice? Decoding the signs of sexual attraction can feel like trying to crack a secret code. Luckily, we're here to make it crystal clear. This video is your ultimate guide to spotting the 7 surefire signs she's sexually attracted to you. No more second guessing or overthinking those mixed signals. We'll help you confidently connect while respecting boundaries and staying in tune with what's really happening. Why does this matter? Because when you know the signs, you ditch the endless guesswork, avoid awkward misunderstandings, and approach every interaction with clarity and confidence. Plus, understanding the subtle hints she's sending can help you build connections in the most respectful, authentic way. Whether you're looking to spark a new romance or deepen your connection, this video has got you covered. And hey, we want this to be a two-way thing. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and spill your best or most hilarious stories in the comments. Who knows, your insights might just help someone else crack the code too. Get ready to master the art of attraction, one subtle sign at a time. 1. She initiates physical contact. First off, let's address the obvious. If she's finding reasons to touch you, there's a good chance she's feeling it. And no, we're not talking about some accidental brush as she walks past you in a crowded room. We mean deliberate, thoughtful touches designed to send a message. Ever notice how her hand casually lands on your arm during conversation? Or maybe she helps you by brushing off a crumb from your shirt that you didn't even know was there. Yep, those aren't just random acts of kindness. These playful touches are her way of saying, hey, I like you, without spelling it out. With neon lights, that is. Here's a classic scenario we've all seen in the wild. You're cracking a joke, a plus for effort, even if the punchline doesn't quite land, and she lets out this contagious laugh while lightly smacking your arm. That's no pity applause, fellas. That's a combo move of humor appreciation and, most importantly, contact initiation. Pro tip, pay attention to how often this happens. If it's every now and then, maybe she's just naturally friendly. But if her hand lingers a beat longer than necessary, or she seems to always find reasons to touch you, hello, imaginary lint on your shoulder, it's much more than politeness. Bonus points if, while touching you, she closes the physical gap between you two. Body language experts call this proximity escalation. Translation? She doesn't just enjoy touching you, she's also not so subtly telling you she's comfortable being close. Very close. One word of caution, though. Not all women are comfortable initiating contact, even if they're attracted to you. But the ones who do, wound. They're not shy about letting their actions do the talking. 2, her body language opens up. Body language. It's like the cheat code for reading someone's true feelings. When a woman is sexually attracted to you, it's not just her words that'll give her away, though. You'll get that vibe there, too. Her body quite literally opens up to you. First up, posture is everything. If she's sitting or standing directly facing you with her arms uncrossed, it's an unconscious way of saying, I'm interested, and I'm open to connecting with you. Compare this to a closed-off posture, think crossed arms or turning her body slightly away, and you'll notice the difference almost immediately. Open posture basically screams, I'm comfortable, I like where this is going, tell me more. And then there's the classic lean in. When a woman leans closer during conversation, she's not doing it because she didn't hear you the first time. Nope, she's leaning into your presence. It's a magnetic pull that says, I want to be closer to you, and not just emotionally. Maybe she's drawn to your cologne, maybe it's the way you're talking, or maybe it's because closing that little distance feels electric. Another secret signal you're looking for? Mirroring. If she's subtly copying your movements, like sipping her drink after you sip yours, crossing her legs when you do, or even adjusting her hair just as you scratch your nose, okay, hopefully not that exact one, she's unconsciously trying to match your energy. Think of it this way. When two people vibe, their bodies sync up the same way a Spotify playlist does at a party. Pro tip, not sure if she's mirroring you? Try leaning in slightly during your conversation. If she follows suit, congrats, sir, you've got yourself a green light. Now, here's the fun part about open body language that might just seal the deal in your mind. If she starts closing the physical gaps herself, or accidentally ending up closer than necessary in a group setting, she's probably not just being friendly. That's her mixing in a little, I can't resist you into the whole interaction. 3, strong eye contact. And now we arrive at the holy grail of attraction signals. Eye contact is like the nonverbal love language of the romantically inclined. And if she's holding your gaze longer than normal, you better believe she's telling you something. Yes, with her eyes. We're not just talking about occasional glances that bounce off in a millisecond. Nope. This is steady, lingering eye contact that can leave you feeling like the sole star of her personal movie. You'll recognize this look because it's the kind of eye contact that doesn't just stare, it studies. She's intrigued, she's mesmerized. And if you're not careful, you just might end up blushing under that intense gaze. For the uninitiated, this might feel intimidating. But here's the thing about women who use eye contact as a flirtation weapon. Yes, I called it a weapon. They hold your gaze, not to scare you off, but to draw you in. It's a confidence move, powerful enough to bring even the most stoic man to his knees. What makes this signal even more obvious? You know the one. She locks eyes with you across the room, one brow slightly arching as if to say, well, are you going to come over here or not? Pair this with a slight smile, and you're golden. But it's not just the intense stares you want to watch for. If you're talking to her and she's locking eyes while occasionally glancing at your lips, it's game over. That's her brain imagining, what if I just leaned in for a kiss? And believe me, she's hoping you're thinking the same. Pro tip, make sure to maintain eye contact yourself, but don't overdo it. Staring without blinking might make you look like you've seen a ghost, which is decidedly not sexy. A confident, playful gaze? That's where it's at. One final thing to note here is how eye contact builds intimacy. When two people connect through their eyes, it creates a sense of emotional closeness, even prior to physical closeness. Plus, when paired with a smile or a smirk, eye contact turns from simply interested to downright smoldering. 4. She compliments you often. Ever notice how she always finds a way to slide in a compliment? But not just any generic, you're nice nonsense. No, we're talking about those personal, meaningful gems like, I love the way you always tie your shoes in double knots, or that shirt color makes your eyes pop like crazy. These aren't just off-the-cuff remarks. They're detailed cues that show she's noticing you, really noticing you. The thing about compliments is that they're not just about flattery. They're little windows into what she admires about you. Maybe it's the way you keep your sneakers spotless, or maybe she's got a thing for how you light up a room with your laugh. When someone bothers to give thoughtful compliments, it signals interest on a deeper level. Want an example? Picture this. You're hanging out with her and she looks at you and says, that cologne you wear is so good. What is it? I feel like I'd recognize it anywhere now. That's not just a compliment. That's her associating you and your scent with something memorable. Compliments like these don't come from casual vibes. Nope. That's interest, my friend. But wait, here's where it gets fun. Compliments can also be a sneaky or not so sneaky way for her to see your reaction. She says, you're so great at explaining things, and you light up like a Christmas tree. Well then, congrats. She now knows her words make an impact on you, which doubles the chemistry. I've playfully. Playful flirting, the art of chemistry in motion. If she's throwing in a hair flip here, a teasing jab there, or even leaning in to nudge you on the arm at just the right moment, she's laying down a clear trail of flirt breadcrumbs. The key to her flirting? Balance. She doesn't want to drop all her cards on the table right away. That'd be boring. She mixes fun banter with subtle cues to keep you intrigued. Maybe she'll call out your obsession with that indie band you love just to see how you defend them. Or maybe she'll laugh a little too hard at your jokes, even the ones that wouldn't make a stand-up comedian chuckle. But wait, there's more. Keep an eye out for when she playfully challenges you. For instance, maybe you're both discussing movies and she says, there's no way you actually think that sequel was better than the original. Are you serious? That's a playful dig designed to spark back and forth chemistry. It's her way of building rapport while keeping things lighthearted. Flirting is fun because it's her testing the waters. She's checking your comfort level, seeing your sense of humor, and most importantly, gauging chemistry. If you flirt back, congratulations, you just stepped into the attraction dance. Suddenly, she might start dropping in a wink here or a coy, I don't know, but maybe we'll have to agree to disagree. Sparks officially flying. She makes excuses to be around you? Okay, so here's the thing. When someone feels drawn to you, they'll find ways to magically appear in your space. Coincidence? No chance. If she's always around when you hit your regular lunch spot or suddenly needs help fixing her printer when you happen to be nearby, that's not accidental. It's like this. When she goes out of her way to find opportunities to see you, even for tiny interactions, she's making an effort. Why? Because being in your orbit feels good. And more importantly, she's hoping you'll catch on that she wants to be where you are. Need an example to bring this to life? Imagine this scenario. You mention in passing that you'll be grabbing coffee at your favorite niche cafe on Saturday morning. Suddenly, there she is at approximately 10:15 a.m., casually standing in line and pretending to be shocked when she sees you. Oh, hey, I didn't know this was your spot too. Is it a coincidence? Probably not, but hey, it's cute, right? Another telltale sign? She offers to help you with something mundane or join in when there's no obvious need. Like you mention assembling some IKEA furniture and she's all over it, like, need an extra hand? I'm basically a pro with that hex key tool. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not just a love for flat pack shelves. This is her trying to lock in quality time to connect with you. 7. She displays nervous excitement. Nervous excitement is adorable, and it's one of the most candid signs she's attracted to you. It's hard to fake those subtle hits of anxiety that bubble up when someone's around someone they really like. Watch for fidgeting, like adjusting her necklace for no actual reason or playing with the hem of her shirt. Those little moves, huge clues. Next, take note of how much she laughs when she's with you. Maybe you just told a story about mistaking salt for sugar when baking cookies, and she's doubled over like you're Chris Rock level funny. Is your joke award-winning? Probably not, but her response is tied to those butterflies in her stomach. Even your dad jokes are suddenly gold. That's what nervous excitement looks like. Now, here's where it gets more fun. Nervous energy can translate into endearing quirks. Maybe she talks slightly faster when you're chatting, or she stumbles over her words trying to express herself. Those awkward yet utterly lovable moments make her even more endearing because they show she cares about how she comes across to you. Another signal, she keeps adjusting her hair, yes, again, or sneaking glances in mirrors to make sure she looks just right. You've probably seen it. 1 second, she's having fun, and the next, she's brushing a stray strand of hair out of her face, even though her hair looks 100% fine. That's not just grooming. It's nervous energy meeting attraction. Red flags to avoid misinterpretation. All right, guys, before you start planning your future power couple nickname, let's hit the pause button for a sec. Attraction can be a tricky beast, and sometimes you might be reading a rom-com script in what's really just a friendly sitcom. Misinterpreting signals happens, and trust me, it's always better to pump the brakes than to crash into a wall of awkwardness. Here are some red flags to help you avoid turning a Hallmark moment into a cringeworthy outtake. Friendly behavior via attraction. Here's the thing, not everyone who showers you with smiles, compliments, or attention is looking to ride off into the sunset with you. Some people are just naturally warm and engaging. You know that one friend who's always high-fiving the barista and remembering everyone's dog's name? It doesn't mean they're ready to elope with Starbucks guy. Context is king, folks. If she's giving the same undivided attention to you that she gives the entire group chat or your buddy Chad, she might just be a genuinely kind human being. Yeah, they still exist. Look for overall behavior patterns instead of focusing on one moment where she laughed at your joke. Pro tip, that joke might not have even been funny. Mixed signals and the mystery of ambiguity. Oh, mixed signals, the bane of modern dating. Maybe she hugs you goodbye every time, but also greets Rick from accounting the exact same way. Or maybe she compliments your cologne one day, but sidesteps your attempts to strike up deeper conversation. It's enough to leave anyone scratching their head like they're solving a Sudoku puzzle. Understand that not every friendly gesture is a neon sign flashing she's into you. Some people naturally lean into affectionate or complimentary behaviors without realizing they might be sending out romantic vibes. Don't jump to conclusions based on one-off interactions. The more you assume, the more awkward it gets when you realize she's just being nice. The cure-all? Clear communication. Here's the golden rule to save yourself from spiraling into a plotline of misunderstandings. If you're unsure whether her actions mean something more, just ask. Not in a "do you love me" dramatic interrogation way, but in a respectful, easygoing manner. Something like, "Hey, I've noticed we've been spending a lot of time together. I want to make sure I'm not misreading things. How do you see our dynamic?" Yes, it's bold. Yes, it's a little scary. But clear communication saves everyone a lot of guesswork, because even if she's not feeling the sparks, at least you'll have clarity. And trust me, that's priceless. Misinterpretation is common, but navigating it with awareness and honesty ensures you'll handle it like a pro. So take a step back, read the room, and when in doubt, ask the question. And whatever the answer, you've got this. How to respond to these signs she's into you. All right, champ, you've picked up on the signs. She's brushing lint off your shoulder, locking eyes a little longer than necessary, cracking jokes that could light up a comedy club, and dropping compliments like they're hot. Now comes the million-dollar question. How do you respond without turning into a deer in headlights, or worse, a contestant on Awkward Interactions Unleashed? Don't worry, I've got your back. Here's a breakdown of how to ride this wave of potential romance with confidence, charm, and finesse. 1. Confidence is key. First things first, breathe. Confidence doesn't mean puffing out your chest like you're about to lead a Viking raid. It's all about being comfortable in your own skin while projecting calm energy. When she touches your arm or compliments your style, don't freeze up or go full throttle into a panicked grin. Instead, smile back naturally, say thank you, more on this in a second, and engage from a place of ease. Confidence also means not overthinking every move. If she leans in, don't assume you need to stage an elaborate, grand romantic gesture. Trust the moment. Confidence is sexy, and nothing screams attractive like someone who can be themselves without seeming desperate. 2, match her energy. Now, this part is crucial. If she's giving you subtle signals, don't bulldoze in like a bull in a china shop. It's a vibe check, not a race to the finish line. When she initiates contact, respond in kind, but keep it subtle. Think light touches on her hand or shoulder in return, paired with a genuine warm smile. You're showing that you've noticed her cues and you're on the same wavelength. Complimenting her back is another way to match her energy. If she says, "You've got such nice eyes," don't immediately counter with, "I love you." Instead, return the compliment with something just as meaningful, like "Thanks." And your laugh? Best sound of my week. Quick, witty, and leaves her smiling. Matching energy also means not trying to force something. If she's giving off a playful, low-key vibe, go with it. Lean into banter, tease her back slightly, we're not roasting anyone here, and enjoy the moment. 3, create a comfortable atmosphere. No one enjoys feeling rushed or pressured, especially when sparks are just starting to fly. The key is to create an environment that feels easy, fun, and relaxed. Don't be the guy who treats every moment like a date on a reality TV show where time is running out. Instead, focus on connection and trust. Small gestures can go a long way. Lean in slightly during conversations when she's speaking. Show genuine interest in what she's saying, and make her laugh. These little actions show you're not just picking up romantic cues, but also investing in her as a person. Lastly, resist the urge to push the pace. Allow things to evolve naturally. Maybe she's attracted to you, but she's also figuring out what kind of connection you two have. Demonstrating patience and respect only strengthens her positive feelings. Because, here's the kicker, my friend, it's not about sweeping her off her feet in one grand swoop. It's about creating a space where she feels good, relaxed, and yes, a little more drawn toward you with every encounter, wrapping it all up. And there you have it, fellas. You're now armed with the ultimate cheat sheet to decipher those so intriguing signs of sexual attraction. The key takeaway? Pay attention to the details. Don't overanalyze like you're cracking a secret code. Recognize the signals, respect her boundaries, and nurture the connection with trust and care. Attraction is a two-way street, and it's all about shared vibes, not just about guessing game. Oh, and a quick confidence tip for the road. True confidence doesn't mean having all the answers. It's about recognizing mutual interest and responding naturally, not rehearsing your lines like you're at a casting call. Chill, be yourself, and those sparks will speak for themselves. Before you go, we want to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these signs before? Or maybe you've got an epic flirting fail you're brave enough to share. Don't worry, we're all friends here. Drop your stories in the comments below. And hey, if you had fun with this guide, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. We're here for all your weekly insights, laughs, and life lessons. Catch you in the next one.